Yes, thank you guys. I couldn't even wait to catch my breath to show you this. It's all you. It's being used. Like, look at the mulch. Brand new, all disturbed since the fire. Giant bend as big as the forest on the end. Everything's off the ground. They're X's. Any structures they've done, they're off the ground. Wow. So this forest did burn. Look how high up I am, just in case you were wondering. There's the snow. Almost in July. I don't care if this is a good video or not, I just need to film this. I've been doing a lot of work running around up and down hills, filming all day. So I don't really have much left to say, but I got to show this to you. Wow, since the fire, you guys. Look at this. I love when they do it in the aspens. They have incredible seats on the edges out there. You got to see the view from out there. It's out of this world. Right just 100 yards away. They sit right there and look at it just like you would. Look at this, you guys. Look, they put the burnt one. It doesn't get any better than this. It does, but not right now. It doesn't. Seats everywhere. Disturbances in the grass everywhere. Giant scale. Bigfoot structures. Holy X. So not only is that X behind me somewhere that I was showing you from the, look at this. I told you that's with the view and all, you guys. Oh, let me get that. Screenshot that, you guys. That's not a bad desktop for you right there. Might be a little pixelated by the time. Look at that. Wow. Look at, you guys, look underneath it. Oh my God. Wow, all that got burnt over there. Holy cow. Right there. Sorry, I was checking this thing. Look at this thing. Over there. That entire region is burnt to a crisp over there. Wow. I know a place that has that, and I've cried there, like the things they've done with me there. It looks just like this too. I could almost think I was there by looking, and I'm not. I'm 20 miles, 30 miles from there. I mean, they were up there, you guys. Those sticks are just put up there. Someone was up there. And then it's all done with your mind. You know, I hope not. It really better not be, you guys. If you don't make those structures with your hands, we're going to have a problem. They're like, oh yeah, what are you going to do about it? I don't know, but something. Look at this. So this burnt to a crisp because it was always there, their seats. The mulch has gone so you can hear it. Listen. Because underneath it's all burnt. Can you see it? It's all been incredible fire in this region, you guys, 2 years ago. Remember, I couldn't even open my door. Smoke everywhere. I felt so bad. This whole place has X's. Oh, there it is. That's it. Oh my God. Every time I see that, I know that I'm supposed to be doing this. Make no mistakes. I'll never, ever, in 100 lifetimes from now, if we have any more, will ever forget when I saw my first X up in the sky. It's the same day. Everything happened to me in half an hour. And when I saw I saw him. And remember, you guys seen the video. People are asking me, you guys go back. There's 1,200 videos. You just got to go back. No one wants to see them. I could make you 1 million videos of that. I make it and then 1,000 people watch it. So why would I make it? It takes me like a whole day to do that. Especially if you want to do a video that people want to watch. Look at that. I always get aggravated in these spots, because it's so unbelievable. And it takes years and years to be able to stand in a spot like this. Of doing this. You just can't get there. You got to constantly be in this to go anywhere. It's the only way. Every day of your life, dealing with other people, taking in intake. People don't understand the research behind this and the amount of people I'm involved with and how much work there is behind the scenes in this. It would take 3, 4, 5 full-time jobs. I would have maybe 10. That's a seat right there. I would have maybe 5, at least 5 people employed if I could. Like really, I don't want to just employ you. I want to pay you exceptionally. That way you love me and there's never a problem. And you're always at work. Well, believe me, you work with me in this, you couldn't wait to go to work. Unless I was having a bad day. You see that? I'm not a good boss because I'm too nice. I just want to be friends with you. I don't want to yell at you. I just want you to like me. I was a boss for 13 years. Own my own company. I suck at it. I really do. It's very hard to admit this. My employees would tell you I was the best boss they've ever had. You mean the easiest one? Mark, can we get our paycheck early? Sure. I love you guys. Yes. Great job Fridays. You guys go home early. All right, so I did walk to the bend because of this. I feel like I left something. So you guys just look at that spot. That's where they exist. I've never seen, because you've never been there, ever, and you never will. That's why I have a job doing this. Because all you're going to do is sit at home and twiddle your thumbs and be a psycho on the internet to people that are dominating the earth. You're at home typing. ... No, that's not real. When you don't know anything. Do you realize how dumb you look when you type negative stuff? Like nobody's impressed with your comment. We all think you're a moron. Look at that. Giant X down there. Like giant. 100 feet apart at the base easily. Maybe more. 125 feet. There's the one base. There's the other. That's insanity. That's the widest base I've ever seen. This was here. Now I can tell. I thought it was, from down there it looked brand new. I'm seeing the top of it. The top's not burnt. I was like, it's not been burnt. So I thought they had done that. Look, so I was seeing that. So you'll believe me. But it definitely was bent went while it burned. This is so important for you to understand and know. You're never going to get closer to them unless you perfect this. I can promise you. Show me one person that has. There is not one. Nobody gets close to these guys and has anything to do with them unless they believe in this. There's not a soul on earth that's ever done anything with anybody in this subject that didn't believe in this. Are you serious with this? You guys, I'm taking this. It's 2 tridents. Well, sort of. Yeah, it's another one up there. There's times when there's been ones that were so good, I would look like, literally, I'm exaggerating, almost like Aquaman's trident. It was that good, leaning there. And I was like, more than once. And I'm like, I won't take it because I feel bad, I'm like, when I just take this because someone likes this thing, they cannot duplicate this. They probably wouldn't stop me. It's free will. They're bending for our free will, and I don't know why. It would seem. Not just them. Everybody around us. Look at that. This is where mulch was burnt out. These were all spots and heavy, 20 years of mulch and leaves. It was that. I mean, look. At that. You could go skiing right now. Right now. You'd have to skin up, but no thank you. I'd heli ski that right now. You got a helicopter? Let's go. I mean, you figure someone with that actually had like $1 million in the bank would watch this channel and we could actually get something accomplished. I'll show you. You know what? It's not a bad investment either, because with money, I could take this to levels that you can't imagine. Because it's doing it right. You know, I have people that are begging me to go to secret places, and Mark, I will only let you come. You need to come here. You can show all of your subs, but we can't tell them where this is, and you're going to show amazing things. I was like, I wish. I said no to another guy in Pennsylvania, or a girl this morning. I wish I could go to PA because it's my parents' farming. I do have videos in Pennsylvania, guys, really good ones. And videos, I'm not saying like I did a good video, but just as far as this goes, it's good. If I ever say I have a good video, I just mean this is good. I don't think I'm good. I'm good at this. Not talking. If this was a non-speaking subject, I'd be the best in the world. Look at this. This has all been used. I don't think some of this burned. You guys, this is too good. You see anything? I haven't had many vibes here. It doesn't mean anything. I think it does when I know for sure. Can you see how this is happening? There's a lot of times where I think the same thing is happening and I have no idea. So I want to make that very clear. There's just certain times, like in the Sasquatch Highway video, make no mistakes. I knew every single time I told you that. And then there they were. You see the time, you guys got to see the timestamps. That's why you got to get energy overload. You ever want to see what's in these videos? It'll blow your mind. Come into Colorado, come into energy overload. Private group, no one will know you're there. It's completely private. None of your friends will know, nobody will know. Or you can start another account. Some people like to have secondary accounts for this. Sasquatch Highway. Right there. It runs the whole military crest here. Look at this. Walking. That X out there is incredible. It really is. The one that's in the trees. I see it all the time. I filmed 100 of those, 100 and 200 of those easily. Of perfect X's inside pine trees. It's impossible. It's impossible. It's not possible. The tree would just roll off. They couldn't be seated in there like that. And then have structures that look like that in the aspens. Bird activity. High here. Very high. Just like you guys. Completely baked out of their minds. And that's usually a good thing. I find. Because I know this based on the times when I've had the most things happen to me, where I've seen them incredible interactions with whistles and barks and stuff. And at the same time, hearing incredible bird life, which sometimes you don't hear out here. Like I can be in places there's nothing there. You guys have seen 100 videos like that where I'll go on to something, but I'm like, nothing exists here. There's not a bird, there's not a deer, there's not a moose, there's not anything. I think they mask their noise. They have to. If there's a baby sitting at that, or they take the baby away right away. Well, I had the baby crying video. That was the best video that had ever been recorded. Best audio ever. And it got ruined on a hard drive. That's a robin right there. I love robins. I love all the robins I know, and I love Robin help me my camera. Oh, wow. See, I told you military crest. Right here. This is the military crest on this hill, right here. And they're on it. Wait for it. It's amazing that you guys some people can't catch on to field gold tridents. What it is they're making the third. But not always, because then they'll field gold the perfect trident with one. Hey buddy, what you doing? Oh, do I have snacks for you, but they're at the bike? You guys, wait for this. He doesn't seem that scared of me at all. This spot was burnt. I got to figure out whether they did this before or after. This had a fire here. I need to know for myself if this, look at this, you guys. Because of how good it is. Look at that. You cannot, that can't happen. That is a miracle, you guys. This all burnt down in here. Look at it, it's a trident at the end. This all burnt down. Yeah. I can't tell. The base ones were there during the fire. This looks new. All of these were put in there after. I think. Here, I can't see because the sun's in my eyes. You want to get high? Some guy's like, oh, shouldn't have legal when they saw the Sasquatch Highway. Some idiot like that just signed on. Oh, they shouldn't have made shrooms legal in Colorado. It's like, you think you could produce a video like I make doing shrooms? It shows you how dumb these human beings are. Like the dumbest of the dumb. First of all, I wouldn't do shrooms if you put a gun to my head. I have no, I'll sit here. You guys want to come out here? I'll smoke a joint. I'll do it on video if you want. Big deal. But I'm not doing it unless you guys are with me. You know what I mean? But like as far as like any kind of like psychedelic drugs, no thank you. Look at that, you guys. I have no interest at all in shrooms. I tried it when I was like 17. It was the worst night of my life. They tasted so disgusting. I'll never forget, I was in Florida, my buddy Mike. And I think we might have been like 15 or 16. It was crazy how young we were. A little bit different back then. And see how I'm going off the topic? It's them. You guys, what is going on? Look, I have been here before. I don't think I've been here in 3 years. Look at this. This was not here. I remember structures like I remember anything else. Like I can remember perfectly, typically. Like if I had seen this, I would remember. A lot of burning beyond this point, like up in there and beyond, and especially across. It's completely fried. There's either a Bigfoot or a stump, totem pole, I call it. They really seem to be come those things sometimes. Yes, you could make a face out of a stump, especially if you zoom on it. I always got fascinated how pareidolia is a face. Why isn't it something else? Why wouldn't you a sports car be there? Why wouldn't, you know what I mean? This is the excuse of a layman. Is pareidolia real? Sure. I've seen it a million times. Well, probably not a million. Probably more than anyone else in the world. How's that for you? See the difference? More than likely this is the same guys, because that's just 200 yards, not even 100 yards that way. 150 yards right there. I can see it as soon as if I went right on the other side of that tree, you can see it. This is not active. Look, it was all burnt to a crisp. No one's been here. Can you see the difference in the ground and everything? That's incredible though. That structure was incredible. This really smoldered hot. Like right there, you can tell it's like charcoal. I mean, that was on fire for quite some time. Right there. It's amazing how that looks like a face, doesn't it? There's pareidolia for you. Unreal. Do the math. Look at the structure, look at the ground. One of the problems is no one told people. So I think what it is you get these hunters, right? The guy's, he's like 70. He's been doing this whole life. He feels stupid. He thought he was like, he always brags to his family. Oh, Fred's the hunter of the family. Ask him. He's always felt like he's cool because he can come out and hear us sit in the woods. He's not cool. He's delusional. Okay? When you don't know where you're sitting, you're not cool. Okay? Poor Fred. So now Fred sees a video like this and loses his mind because he knows it's all real, but he feels he's ashamed because he was tricked his whole entire life. I'm trying to get these guys early now so you don't have to fight your ego so much. Just get over your ego. Who cares if you sat here for 400 years and then you finally figured something out? Who cares? Like, I don't care what anyone thinks of me because I know exactly what I'm doing. This is an active seat right here. This has been used today. Look at all the sticks. Have all been thrown on. Decoration. Just like at every other place, there's a decoration. Look at that. Seat. Active. Sticks. Border. X. Oh, Fred. There's no Fred. I'm just making Fred up. There's lots of Freds out there. Like, I feel so bad. It's the world. It's all of the outdoorsmen of the world are getting to be feeling ashamed. They used to think they were cool, and they post their videos of them fishing and catching a trout, and the reason they're doing that is because they were meant to do something else greater out there, but they were lied to and held back. So now that's
okay. Mark, calm down. I wanted to point out that these X's, these are seats, and they're all on the military crest. Like, couldn't be any more on a military crest, and it goes that way the whole length of this little hill.
I mean, that doesn't impress me. That don't impress me much. Remember, to get here, I did all the legwork. This is my neighborhood. I'm only about 13 miles from my house. So the legwork's on the bike. That was easy. But that's why I didn't bring in water. Look at that footprint. Oh, man. There's a footprint right there. That's theirs. And it was in the I think it did it after it was burnt, unless it was there. I don't know. I found footprints. Once the forest burnt, I found all kinds of impressions in their spots, like the ones that were there before the fire. So I just wanted to show you, like as you descend into my bike, what it looks like. My bike is right there. It's red, white, and shiny blue, and you can't see it. I told you, it's blinded. See? All their system the whole way. Another blind right there. That structure is a blind. It doesn't mean anything. It's literally to blind. It's not a part of the alphabet right there. I told you. Most people don't realize this. These are all footprints, you guys. I know their alphabet. It's like knowing it's like knowing A through Z, but not knowing how to spell. I know their entire alphabet perfectly. I've memorized it. More or less. I don't know which letter goes first, and how to spell. I don't know how to spell, basically. But I also couldn't put it in ABC form because I don't know, you know what I mean? You like, nobody knows ABCs, you know what I mean? Until you know how to spell. So in other words, they might know the letters, like, oh yeah, they use that. Like they see an F, but he doesn't know where the F goes. He might start with the F, not A. That's my problem with these guys. I'm working on it.
So I just wanted to put this is about a 10-minute clip I wanted to put up in its entirety, most of it. I might edit through a little bit, but I did throw a little bit of it up in a video recently, but just a clip of it I want you to see, because it's more because I had a whole thing going on with them in there. I went on with this tapping, like crazy tapping with no wind or anything. It was amazing. I talk about it a little bit, but most of it went on afterwards. Like, so in other words, this is before the video I just showed you. And then I went up and filmed those structures. Well, I had a whole thing here, so I'm just fascinated with what's going on here, and I want you to see, like, the whole thing. I timestamped them in the last one. I won't do it in this one. Try to see them. It's amazing. Once you see the X down there that's wrapped around the tree or on the tree, that's where they are, and you'll see them.
Doing a lot of legwork today. I really need to check on the burnt forest, places that I really don't want to go. Like, I don't mind, but there's so many places that I could go instead that I know, but I got to check on this. Okay, so this is interesting. Wow, I did not do that, you guys. Look how new it's just gotten. Oh, you guys are down right there. Make no mistake about it, they're right there. Wow. So this all got burnt down behind me, right? So green's coming back for the first time in the ground. Look at this. I wasn't going to make a big deal. It's just a marker. They do it all the time. But, so I was like, oh, it's going to look like I did it. Look at that. My people know that I did not do that. Look at that. They just did that. Oh, did he do it when I was coming up? You'd be surprised, you guys. You really would be. You want me to see. He won't do anything, but he wants me to go show you his X and stuff down there. His seat. I don't know that, but it could be another situation that it seems like it. Trident X. The way it's pinned up on the tree, it's insane. He's telling someone he's in there. Here's some other randoms, like glyphs or something. And then look, that's a trident. Sideways. Real ugly looking trident sideways. There's a spot down there. Did he go down there because of up there? Now, on the way out, I'll film it. You guys got to see it. There's like I mean, it's done with angles and geometry. Wait till you see the new structure on the way down. It's in the same place as that. Just that way, I don't know, about 200 yards. This is the BOMB. When you see an X like that after the forest burnt down, look where it was all burnt, right? That's all been burnt down. It's been fixed. Look, they put it into a structure after. How can you believe that? Because of that multi-trident crazy thing. They care so much about tridents. You know, the devil depicts a trident. Atlantis depicts a trident. Ancient cultures from all over the world, from times that we don't even know about, depict tridents. I mean, it's like, so it's hard to go by that. Let's go up there. Give me a sec. What about this, you guys? There's birds down there. They spawn everything. New trident laid on top of grass that looks like I just did it. Trail leads right down to it. It's all going into that X. And there's like bushes in there or something. Look, that's an X. Blind. Trident leaning. Trident on the ground in front of it. Everything's going in there when I was doing my hand, like, it's all going into where that trident is down there. All glyphs on the outside. Remember, I told you there's a lot we don't get. Like, there's a total reason for that. We have to use our thinking and it doesn't work out. How do you think that broke? This was up with these guys, you guys. There's no way it just broke. Look. And it looks like it was probably done yesterday. Someone came up there like, oh yeah? He did it. And it's a he. Because the girls, they're too important. They don't have to deal with that shit. They're with the babies and stuff. He does this. Especially if he's paying child support. Like a divorced Sasquatch, it's the worst. She demands at least 2 to 3 structures a week. It's brutal. You guys, I feel you. It's the same thing on this side. Just give them all your structures. It's easier. Over and out. So I'm really just hovering, hanging around here. It's early in the morning. Nothing ever, unless you sleep there, nothing ever happens early in the morning for me. So I want to see, and it's really paying off. I know exactly where I'm going for my next big video. And then look up here. It's big to me anyway. I did a video in a burnt forest last year. That's part of it. That's not how I got there though. There's a closed trail where I'm parked. You walk over all the humps and then you can walk all the way up and then I cut in. And is it burnt? So I've got to check that at some point. I don't really care about it right now. I like when I see new tridents. You guys realize that can't be an accident, right? Look, he's got everything pointing at him. It looks like he went all the way across this. Someone cut it. The state probably cut that. They go up once in the spring and once in the fall. Make sure you're not stuck here. Look at that, you guys. That is so cool. For me, at least, because look at the grass. All right, so oh, you can tell. I'm glad I lifted it up. So you can tell I didn't just do it. Look. You can tell it's been like that for a while. It's got a discolored green to it. It hasn't been seeing sun there for that. It's probably yesterday. See? If I do that, it just comes, you know what I mean? That green has been like that for a day at least. See where there's stress on I don't know if it's coming up on the camera, but I can see it. Where it's been sitting on it. Dude, why would you just put that there? I don't get it. Who's that for? Right across from an axe with tapping behind. The thing something keeps tapping. There's no wind. Not much. But it's right out of the X and the Tridents, you know. Like tap over there and then I don't care. Why is the tapping coming from down there? Look. Nothing's moving. Check this out. There's a seat right there. And this thing arches. This one. See? Into a trident. What do you got going on down there? He can go real far in there. It's this like peninsula type. It's never going to be walked through by a person because there's a road. It turns there, so you can go forest forever that way, or this goes around. So it's like this uncharted territory in between the two roads, and no one uses it because he would just go on the road. Look at that. I used to love to go into those places. Normally I would, but I know better. I know what's in there. Look at that. Let's go to this X. Sorry for dwelling.